Given humanity's long-standing fascination with technology and our obsession with the hazy, mist-filled land that is the future, which is put on display by the numerous prophecies throughout world cultures, it should then come as no surprise that one of the most popular and commercially successful genres would reflect both of these qualities. The genre of science fiction has been a staple of Western cultures ever since Mary Shelley first published her iconic novel, Frankenstein. And like many cultural staples of the Western world, African Americans, as well as the broader African diaspora, have left a significant and lasting impact on the genre itself. Hello and welcome to the channel. I am the Wandering Griot, and today I would like to tell you the story of the vibrant black voices throughout the science fiction genre. Science fiction as a genre is and has been beloved by many in the African diaspora. This is despite the fact that the genre has historically not been the kindest to black people, as well as many other non-white minorities in general. This, however, has not stopped many writers and creatives of the diaspora from using the genre as an outlet to express the fears, dreams, concerns, and points of view of the black community. During the 1920s, when science fiction was at the height of its pulp era, one of the earliest known works of science fiction by a black author comes from an author whose name many of you watching this video would likely recognize, though I'm not certain it's a name that most would expect. I am, of course, speaking of W.E.B. Du Bois. Yes, that's the same one. Though Du Bois is undoubtedly more well known for his activism and Pan-Africanist ideology as his meditation on the complex nature of black identity within the Western world. Alongside all this, he was also an author who wrote within the genres of science fiction and fantasy. The story of his I would like to focus on in particular for this video is a story called The Comet, which was published by Du Bois in 1920. The post-apocalyptic nature of the story allows Du Bois to freely question the taboos and cultural norms of his society at the time. This, amongst many reasons, is why the story of the comet is considered one of the earliest works of what would come to be called Afrofuturism. After the pulp era had come to an end, science fiction would slowly begin towards what is considered to be the golden age of sci-fi. This era was spearheaded by titans of the genre such as Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke, and Robert Heinlein. And while this era is praised by many science fiction fans, it often leaves much to be desired when reread by modern readers. And it would not be until sometime later, after the golden age of sci-fi, and during what is called the new wave, that we see more diverse voices gain popularity within the genre once again. Excellent example of a new wave author and a black author whose works would go on to become tremendously influential is Samuel R. Delany. Delany is a popular author of both science fiction and fantasy who would later be consistently cited by many of the titans of the genre as a major influence. His works reflect the new wave era of sci-fi very well, with their subversive themes that consistently challenge the status quo. One of Delany's most notable and influential works is the novel Babel 17, first published in 1966. The story explores themes such as the power of language and communication, and how said power can be used to both uplift and destroy. No retrospective on the influence of African American authors on the science fiction genre would be complete without the mention of Octavia Butler. Octavia Butler is one of the most critically acclaimed authors of the science fiction and fantasy genre, the recipient of numerous prestigious awards, including both a Hugo and a Nebula. She has been cited by numerous modern authors as a major influence on their work, and hers is a name consistently mentioned when speaking of the greats of the science fiction and fantasy genre. The main themes of her stories often included a struggle with identity and the difficulties of navigating a world that is heavily prejudiced against you. Octavia Butler was a prolific author whose best works include the novels Wild Seed, Kindred, and perhaps her most well-known work, Parable of the Sower. Science fiction is a broad genre that pulls its influence from many peoples and cultures across the world. And if the ultimate purpose of the genre is to chart a course for the future of humanity, then it only stands to reason that the genre then reflects the rich cultural diversity of the human race. This has been a brief retrospective of some of the most influential Black voices that the genre has produced, but this is by no means an exhaustive list. There are numerous Black authors of speculative fiction from all across the diaspora, whether that be in science fiction writers from the African continent itself, from the Caribbean, from the Americas, that are masters of the craft and certainly deserve to be read and receive their proper recognition. Well, guys, that's it for the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you found the topic interesting, and also be sure to check out the rest of the videos in this playlist. This video has been done in collaboration with the YouTube channel From Nothing, as well as a host of other wonderful YouTubers. Be sure to check out the rest of the videos as a part of the Untold Black Histories project.